Right, Luke. So, ton of stuff there for the first lesson, so which is all good. So we're kind of just bouncing around doing a whole load of different things. So it's going to be still got the blues next time. But so just for this video, I said I'd go over some of the kind of the main points that we did. So chord wise, we were doing the add nines, right? So for let's say A minor, it's always better instead of just kind of learning, this is how you play A minor add nine, this is E minor add nine, there's D minor add nine, etc. It's always better to just learn the pattern, the theory behind it, so that way you can figure it out for yourself. Any chord, any major or minor chord, how do I make this into an add nine version of itself, right? So it's better to learn the pattern. So with E minor add nine, let's say, so obviously there's E minor. Now, what we want to do is find the eighth. So the eighth is the same note as the first. So it's got the same name as the chord, right? So there's our E note in the E minor chord. So that's the first. So that's the bass note. We don't want to touch that. So this one here is the second fret A string. So that's A sharp, B. So that's not what we're looking for. Second fret D string, D sharp, E. There's our eighth, right? So that's the one we want to bring up to 9. So there it is there. So it's just fourth fret on the D string as opposed to the second fret, and that's it. Just those two there. Now, alternatively, there's in E minor, there's another E note there. So you could just as easily call that your 8 and then bring that up by 1 or 2, sorry. There's E minor add 9. So same with A minor. So there's your A note, that's your first. Second fret on the D string, that's E. Second fret on the G string, G sharp, A. There's your A note. Bring that up 1, and there's A minor add 9. Okay, and as I said, any trouble reaching, bring your thumb down the way like this. Okay, so there's the main chord types that was kind of new. So now, in terms of lead playing, we did two things. So we did the A minor or C major scale, or so A natural minor or C major scale, and there was the pentatonic, which you already know, but there was that little exercise we did there. So first of all, just go over that A minor, A natural minor scale, or C major. It's relative major minor. We'll get to all that stuff anyway, but for now, we'll just call it the A natural minor scale. Okay, so now with this, it's a good idea generally, just for more to get most efficient about it, to use a finger for each fret. Now you can't always adhere to that, but where possible. So we're going open 2 3 on the A string, same again on the D string. Open 2 on the G, then open 1 3 on the last two. Then you can finish it off by going up to the fifth if you want. So first thing with a scale like that is just go all the way up, all the way down, multiple times, right? Keep it in mind as well, always pick the string from wherever you are. So we're going. So just get familiar with it first of all, so you can just run around on the scale with confidence, knowing that it's going to work. Whatever you do is going to work. So a couple of phrases we did then was this one: third fret on the E string, pull off to the open, first fret on the B string, pull off to the open, second fret on the G, and then just a little hit those open ones. Another nice simple one we did was second fret on the G, pull off to the open, same again on the D string, and then whatever chord you want to follow from that. So we could do a C major 7, so then an A minor 7, an F, max 3. So you can use it as just part of a one-off kind of melody, or a sort of a riff that you repeat over and over. So last thing was that pentatonic exercise. So we'll do it in B minor, so we're up on the 7th fret. So first one is not too tough, right? So just you're going up the pentatonic and down, hitting every note twice instead of once. So and always pick it from wherever you are. So So going up this scale is pretty simple. It's literally just down, up, down, up, down, up all the way. Okay. A little bit more difficult going back down because we're going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And with something like that, you always want to keep it steady. You know, as tight, accurate, steady as possible. You don't want to just sort of fly through it without really controlling every single part of it. So always with something like that, start it off really, really slow. So the next one is the really tricky one, right? So you're hitting each note twice, but instead of going straight down, you're going to the notes adjacent on the next string up, right? So we're going down, up, down, down, up, down. So it's kind of hard to talk through it, but so that's a pretty tough one, okay? So you really need to go down through each little change between strings and make sure that you're not sort of bringing the pleck out of habit up above the strings in order to go down on it. You're just going straight from wherever you are each time. So we'll get into more detail on that. So as I said, this lesson was just a kind of a big mishmash of everything, just to kind of see where you are. And so it turns out pretty far along, so that's great. So looking forward to getting into Still Got the Blues. So see you then. Talk to you.